one thing I would highly recommend when you're here, even if you've done the problem, either be the one who talks about it or just concentrate hard and make sure that everything that gets said makes sense to you. Like, you'll often find that as you're going over problems a second, third, fourth time, or in my case, the 97th time, I'm really serious. Like, if I listen hard to what you're saying, I actually get better. Like, I learn a little bit more. I really do. That, like, oh, that's right, I never thought about it that way. And my understanding just gets better and better at being able to see the concepts. Okay, so you did the right thing, Melissa. You said, hey, it's not x approaching infinity, so I'm not going to compare terms that add. I'm going to factor. You noticed that you could factor 2 from the numerator. Didn't look like anything could factor from the denominator. That's fine. So then what you're left to do is just do the left and right limit, which means we just have to think about, I shouldn't stand there and block Maria all the time. What we have to think about what's going to happen when we choose an x value that's really, really close to 0. So what will the value of the numerator become if you choose an x value that's close to 0?
It'll become really close to -6. Oh, sorry.
The top, sorry.
2.
Yeah, the top will become very, very close to 2. And what will happen to the bottom when you pick a number that's very close to 0?
Very close to -6.
That's all that we would be able to do. So we'd say, oh, okay, I get it. The x value is close to 0. The y value is going to be very close to -1/3.
So you don't always have to factor the top and bottom.
Not
like
always.
If you can't factor the bottom, it's okay, just keep going.
And my rule of thumb, Daisy, 1 second, Liv, I didn't mean to cut you off. My rule of thumb is, based on my experience, they haven't typically asked me to do really complicated factoring. So I don't spend a lot of time thinking about factoring. I kind of check a little bit, and I'm like, it's probably not factorable, I'll just move on. So, the question?
No.
Yeah, please.
So then on number 10, do you have to factor, or could you just...
Number 10, you have to factor.
Yeah, can you do that one?
Yeah, 10 is an example. If I don't factor, I get stuck. Like, let me show you what I mean. So, Liv or Maria, just tell me, if I choose a number that's close to 0, what do you see the numerator becoming? You're okay. So what would the top be? Really close to 0. Because I put in a 0, close to 0 here, close to 0 here. Top's going to become close to 0. How about the bottom? Still close, not 0, but close. Okay, if you ever are finding a limit and you end up with close to 0 divided by close to 0, something's gone wrong. Like, I've never had a limit problem end with that. Usually it means you've forgotten to factor, you misunderstood something. So yeah, that you have to factor this one. So we do the easy factoring first. That gets us to here.
Because I didn't factor and I still got a -3.
Tell me what you're thinking of, just so I can make sure there's not something wrong in the top.
Well, I was just looking at the ones, since it's getting closer to 0, I just looked at the different powers of the numerator and denominator that were closer to 0. So instead of -12x squared, 4x squared.
Oh, gotcha. You can do that. That is legitimate. I used to teach that method, and then I found people making a few too many mistakes. So I don't anymore, but there's nothing wrong with it. So no, that's legal. As x gets close to 0, as you compare these two, this will actually dominate, this will dominate. So that's okay. I think factoring is safer. But, anybody else here? You guys have a different one you want to